Hey guys, it's Chris Prefontaine with another Deal Structure Sunday. So welcome to another episode. And I wanted to bring on someone here, very important. I'm going to have Jesse Mills introduce himself, but here's the preempt for you. Here's kind of the backdrop. We talk about deal structures every Sunday. You guys, as recently as a few weeks ago, saw the actually building I bought here for our own offices. And so that's great. And I say that you guys need to go over and over and over those because you can never get enough deal structure. There's so many moving parts. Well, that's cool. But if you can't cash these deals out at the back end, if you can't get the buyers to the finish line, what the heck are you doing? A lot of speakers, a lot of educators will say, who cares? Take on a deposit if you're doing rent-own and put them in the house, right? They do. They say it publicly, so I'm not even talking out of school. However, that's not our philosophy, morally, ethically, and legally. We set up a game plan ahead of time to get them cashed out. So with that as a backdrop, there's no better person to go over this with you than Jesse. Jesse does deals like you and I in the trenches, and he's a mortgage officer, and I'm going to have him go in a little bit so I don't butcher the whole background. Jesse, go ahead and give him a little bit about yourself. We're both working from kind of informal mode today, and I love that. So go ahead and let it rip.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, thanks so much for having me on this. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm working from the home office today. This is what I do when I'm at home and just locking up appointments, working on contracts and negotiating and working on files. So
good stuff.
Today's one of those days. But so I've been in the mortgage business about 15 years. So I'm a mortgage lender. My company does mortgages in all 50 states. So we can cover the entire country with our team. And I've also been in real estate doing investing and really just the investing side about 8 to 9 years. So I started doing lease options, have buy and hold, multi-unit single families, and owner financing. And I've done a lot of sandwich deals, a lot of creative stuff. And I really started making changes for my business, right? Because I'm the one doing this as an investor. And that was kind of my hook when I got started is, hey guys, I do loans. Like I know exactly why this guy can't get a loan. And is it a good reason? Is it a bad reason? How long is it going to take? And I was doing a lot of assignments and stuff too when I started. So it was really important for me to be able to explain and break it down easily for the sellers. This is a good deal for you. This is a good risk. And I'm going to help them get to the finish line. And I love, Chris, what you said, because there are some people out there that will just say, just get the money and figure it out, right? And I think that's horrible. I mean, it's a bad way to do business. It's not ethical. It's not moral. It's not the right thing to do. And
yeah,
even
you're actually, if I could jump in too, Jesse, you're actually, as you know, because you do deals, you're actually just asking for a headache too, because there is going to be some date where they go, I can't do this. And inside you're going, no kidding, I shouldn't have put you in there. So it's just no good.
Yeah, well, that's what I was just about to say. So even if, let's say, you don't care about ethics and morality and running a good business, and you're just all about the dollar, fine. Let's say you're like, well, it's not fine, but let's say you think that way. It's stupid because your name and your reputation and your, Better Business Bureau calls, it's going to catch up with you, right? So I can sleep great at night knowing I do everything possible to try to get my clients and my clients' clients. So you guys would be my clients and your clients set up the right way. Right? You want to make sure they get to the finish line. If they don't get to the finish line, honestly, it's all on them. It's pretty much their fault. It's not, we told them to do A, B, C, and D, and they did it, and it didn't work, right? It's they backed out. They chose not to buy. So be it. If it is what it is. Made a lot of money in deals where they backed out, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, let me comment on that, Jesse. Very good point. So it's not always a bad thing, and on Bigger Pockets, I did an article recently, and I called it pivoting. People will have life events despite Jesse and I and our team saying, here's your mortgage ready plan. You can get to the finish line, and they go sideways or they get a divorce or a death happens. Unfortunately, things happen in life. So if that happens, it's not a bad thing. As Jesse just alluded to, you can make more money in a lot of those instances if you know how to pivot. So just side note, because we are on Deal Structure Sunday.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, right? So when you look at it, I mean, you're a professional dot connector, right? You're getting paid to connect the dots here. And so you may have a buyer who you run by me, right? And I can say, hey guys, you know what? They're self-employed. I looked at their taxes. And they had a bankruptcy, right? Let's throw that both in the mix. This ain't happening in under 2 years, right? This is a 2 to 3 year play. You might say, you know what, for this particular property, what we can do with it, I would love to move this puppy in a year and get them done, right? Maybe you've got another tenant buyer. So you go to your database, you pick someone that can move quicker, right? That's structuring. But you need to know what your tenant buyers look like. You need to know what time they need and why they can't buy. And and there's other ones really, hey, I hope they never buy this, right? Again, we want to give them the chance, but if they don't, they don't. It's a good thing for you.
Can I give you an
So,
example of the latter too, Jesse?
yeah.
While you're on that. So
Mhm.
we have a property that we did owner financing. I did an article on this one too, because it's interesting. Every year we say to the sellers, hey, we give them an option. If we send them some more prepaid principal, it's not a fee, it's prepaid principal because it's owner financing and it's principal only anyway. If we send you, for example, we did this twice, $6,000 in December, will you extend us another 12 months? So we prepaid $6,000, but by going out 12 months, we got another 12,000 because our payment's roughly $1,000 a month.
I love
They
it.
did it last 2 Christmas seasons. They did it. They love it. And so the buyer in the house, then the point of the story is, to your point, is his family's not in a rush. They're stumbling a little bit, but they're super happy. They've never missed a payment. So now I get to call them and go, look, don't stress out. I just extended it. You have some extra time. It's just a win-win.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing is, when you go into these deals, right, with the seller and with the buyer, you need to know, and again, I'm not telling anyone that's probably something they don't know, but what's the good, the bad, and the ugly? What can happen, and how do we mitigate that, and how are we helping, right? If things go south, hey, you know what? You always have, if it's an agreement for deed, for example, you always get the option to still sell. If you change your mind, you don't love this property, great. Sell it, pay us off, and get out of it. I mean, you got to give them all the scenarios and make sure they're comfortable with that. And don't wait for them to approach you with it. You just do it right up front and then tackle it and then hit it head on and be done. But the timing is so important, I found. And so, again, there's good reasons, there's bad reasons. And will I take someone with the bad reason? More money down and better chance of getting done? Yeah, but I'm going to, it all goes, it's like, I had a talk with someone this morning, and I was saying the exact same thing, that this is like, we're the banks. We're still the banks, right? It's about risk and reward. So if you can buy in 6 months and you've got, 20% down, 10% down, I'm gonna give you a way better price than if you need 3 to 4 years and you're giving me 5% down.
Yeah.
They have risk reward. So they got to know that. And if you explain it that way, that most people get it pretty quick.
So this is good because, and then I want you to tell them how to reach you, Jesse, because this will come out on Deal Structure Sunday, of course. But this is neat because we could stay on it for an hour. We just said that before we started. And we could throw all kinds of scenarios. But the bottom line is, what do? They pick up the phone, they call you. You help pre-screen, you help qualify, you help get the mortgage ready plan so they can go get more deals. That's the whole point of me. I want to make sure I introduce you to everyone for that reason.
Yeah. Thank you.
How can they get a hold of you, by the way? Unless you were going to say something else.
Nope. I was just saying, yes. So I want to be a resource to you guys. Again, I'm doing this myself. Okay. I do deals every single month. I've been doing this for about 8 or 9 years, and I'm in the mortgage business. I know the guidelines. I know the rules. I've got that weird little thing where I fell into kind of having a leg in both businesses, and I love it because it helps me tremendously do both and do it, better than I think a lot of other folks do it. So I want to help you guys with the structuring, so I can pre-approve them. I can tell them how long they need. I can tell you why they can't, what they need to do. We can help them get there together. And they've got a mortgage pro that's not you, by the way. It's a nice CYA. It is not you trying to play doctor. It's someone who actually does that, telling them this is what you got to get done. Okay. So I'd love to help you with that. Probably the easiest way to reach me is to go to www.calljesse.net, calljesse.net, Jesse. And that way you can book a call with me. We don't play phone tag. We've got it blocked out in our calendars, and there we go. Otherwise, my email address is jesse@homesolutionsgroup.net. So home solutions is plural, group.net. And we can go that way.
We'll put it in the notes too. When Ryan edits this, he'll put in the notes for the release for the deal structure. You said another thing I want to wrap up with. You said CYA. Picture this, guys. You're going to get all this with Jesse, but picture this. You put the buyer through the entire qualifying process, and he works closely with Paul Ritter, I might add. So we're all a team.
Correct.
And you have all that in the file. That's a serious cover your butt versus you trying to wing all this by yourself or doing nothing and sticking them in the home. That's like we said, a bad story. Very good. Jesse, I appreciate being on. We could go on for an hour. Maybe we'll do another episode, but guys, welcome. Thanks for attending another Deal Structure Sunday. Trying to welcome you at the end here. Definitely do this. If you're not subscribed and you're not on YouTube perhaps right now, even you're watching this somewhere else, get over to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe so you get these every week, because you're also going to get the Monday, Motivational Monday, as well as the Q&A Thursday, where we take all these questions like things we're talking about and we answer them, things that come in. So go ahead and place your comments below, subscribe when you get a chance, and make sure you share the video. Jesse, thanks for being on again, buddy.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.